dead next door. These next creepy videos were recorded by a woman from the Philippines who wishes to remain anonymous. The woman had just moved into an apartment with her partner when she quickly realized that something was very wrong there. First, her dog begins to continuously bark at their door even though there's nobody there. And whenever she's alone, someone knocks on the door as if trying to enter. One night she hears a child running through the hallway and watches as the door handle moves by itself. She then hears a woman shouting at the child, so she finally decides to grab her phone and record. Every time she looks through her peephole, she finds no one there that would explain what she's hearing. Now, it should be noted that there were 2 apartments on the floor, but the other apartment was mysteriously and completely vacant. No one else lived on this floor, so there should be no one in the hall, no child, no woman making these sounds. So the tenant shows her footage to her husband, and they alert the building security guard. But he too finds nothing and no one to explain what she's captured on video. There's no one on that floor. Another late night, and this time the woman is startled awake by loud screaming and crying, again coming from the hallway right outside her door. What she captures is absolutely chilling. A child can be heard screaming and a woman can be heard sobbing. Loud banging echoes through the hallway. Horrified, the woman contacts security immediately. When the guard watches the footage, he goes pale. He breaks down and tells her that on the same day 12 years ago, a woman and her 7-year-old daughter brutally lost their lives in the other apartment on that same floor. It was suspected that the father had ended their lives, but he was never caught. And that is why the other apartment had been left empty for years. Terrified by the incident and what she had captured on video, the woman decided to share her story on the internet. So, could the spirits of the woman and her little girl be trapped, condemned to experience their tragic end over and over, never able to move on? Let me know what you think. School of
Looks like a normal leg, right? Watch this. It's like I'm made out of Play-Doh.
This is my hand, and it went viral. Thank you, TikTok.
Marcian, what do we do? If you like this guy, the test collapse for your head, you not get to the one. That's so big.
No one could explain this photo. It was taken in Russia in 1917, and it terrified everyone who saw it. Let's enhance it with Sharp AI. What was meant to be an innocent photo turned into a nightmare when the face of the boy posing stared back at him through the reflection of the mirror. No one knew what to think of it, but ever since that day, that mirror has been covered with a blanket, and no one looked at it again.
If you hear this out in the woods, something might be following you. Here's why. Casey Nolan from the paranormal team Mindseed went to visit a cabin in the woods that locals believe was previously housed by a dark witch. In the late 1960s, it was believed that this witch was responsible for the disappearance of many kids from a nearby town. As Casey and the crew travel through the woods and arrive at the cabin, disturbingly, they find animal carcasses, daggers, and jars containing unknown animal contents. But as the team goes to the attic and try to communicate with whatever entity may be haunting the area, this happens.
What's in the jars? Oh, that was whoa. It's getting closer. Yeah, kill the light for a second. Okay, yeah, no, let's go.
They begin to hear the horrifying screams of a woman slowly coming closer towards them. After the fourth scream, they decide to make their way back.
This is why you should always check the history of a house before buying it. A couple by the name Savannah and Jack rushed to buy a new house near the beach and were too excited about the view. Unfortunately, a few days later, Jack would hear a tapping sound, which would turn out to be something terrifying.
You hear that?
While panning the camera around, a creepy figure can be seen trying to lure him to his bed, and moments later it's gone. The next night his wife hears voices on their balcony, so Jack goes to check it out. He turns around and seconds later the shadow figure is gone, but as he walks back, a pale demonic face can be seen sticking out of the darkness.
Hello, Elliot. Elliot. Elliot.
Jesus.
Lift your hands. Lift your hands. Mirakalamasa.
My good God.
Barabasa tabasa. Zete.
Man of is commanding life. Rise up! Rise up! Come on! Come on! Hey! Rising! Hey! Rising up! Hey! Jesus! Jesus! Hey! What is this? What is this? Never seen before! Never seen before! Church of God! Maya huza geta tota. Look what's happening. Manderebosh. Manderebosh. My Jesus. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. You alone are God.
The coffin is empty.
You alone are God. Jesus.
The coffin is empty.
God. My good God.
You alone are God. You are God
Jesus.
alone. You are God alone.
This is why you should always check the history of your house before moving in. A man named Professor Cynical moved into an apartment without checking its history. Soon after, he would find out it's haunted when he starts hearing strange noises.
What's up? Hello? Hello?
And then it quickly gets worse from here onwards. He opens the door but finds nothing there.
I'll show you as well. There's virtually nothing here.
Have you ever shown yourself in my black mirror? I have this black mirror here.
Yes.
I've used this a few times.
Open here.